look so good on process at the moment.
They do. I mean, they're lucky that product isn't in this, because that would be devastating, I think. But yeah, that's the closest thing. As we're now headed into the first round, actually, Gamer's already rolling out. Let's see what these teams try to do for this first mid. Lucas is really fast on the right side here, just exchanging a little bit of spam before Ascent finally actually comes in as well. And just a little bit of spam exchanging, nothing much happening yet. Gamers are just scouting each other out, just looking what's happening.
Yeah, or Laz going in with the first bomb.
Yeah, Laz also trying to get onto Lucas there, does not manage to synchronize anything though. And that's both soldiers down.
Yeah, and Painter just rolling this forward. Pappy manages to catch bot mode off in the choke with help from Lucas as well. And Lucas is going deep. He wants to get in onto Skis here. Skis getting sped out by Yike. There's so many Feint players on his tail though. They're already straight into last. Skis just manages to get the resupply bind off in the door, so he will survive with 80% Uber. But Feint are already in there, just locking down these spawn doors, pretty much spawn camping. Jay though, switching onto Sniper. Seeds is in such a precarious spot. He has to use this Uber off on last when mid isn't even capped, Surny.
That's... They were hungry. They wanted that Skis kill as badly as they could, and they just could not do it. That's gonna bite them in the butt, because yeah, here's Ascent come out with their Uber, gonna protect their second point, gonna mulch this team of Feint in the choke, or anybody that's stuck in it at least. And yeah, that's just 3 players down.
Absolutely, way too greedy.
Committed so hard.
Yeah, putting 6 players into last pretty much without even capping it off the mid. Definitely not something you want to be doing. Seeds now does have the 25% advantage after Skis used back out into second. All the respawns coming up now. We have ourselves in a 6v6 situation once again. Just chilling around this choke until Seeds gets his Uber, I'd assume.
I think it's very reasonable to assume, yeah. Feint do like to play aggressively, so wouldn't be surprised if they immediately try to take it in. Looks like that's exactly what they're trying to do. Ascent already well aware of that as well, but backing off immediately, giving them a little bit of space in the process, but actually,
yeah, they're just biding their time. Yike taking 1v1 with Gink. Gink's going to win that one out, but in this kind of stalling situation, we have had time for Skis to get his Uber up, so no Uber charge advantage for Seeds anymore.
And they're a player down as well. Well,
yeah,
both teams. But
both teams are player down, so probably won't be seeing much, though, as bot mode peeking in the choke. Laz is trying to get in from far suicide as well. Lucas a bit far forwards ahead of the rest of his team. Jay coming in at you with the big bomb. But in return, Gink has gone straight into choke and forced Skis off. Really great from Gink there. Seeds has not had to use yet at all. We'll see what Pappy wants to make his team do with this advantage.
They don't have Lucas. That's the big thing. That's the big thing they were talking about. They want to take down Lucas. They want to make sure that he is not around, because he is apparently the most threatening player.
Oh, Yike has used this
he is very far behind.
All the way in behind. They just weren't looking at IT for 1 second, and he's bringing everyone back to last. He's dancing and juking, going up top, and he does get taken down by Classy, but that was 5 people going back for him. Really delaying Ascent, and now they are going to be able to be building that Uber all this time. Skis already up to 80% off the back of that huge 100% ad that Seeds has, and he uses straight through the choke. Lucas goes in so deep.
Does he actually kill someone? Oh, he doesn't get it. He tried. There was an attempt made.
Yeah, they are going to have to cap this point and get straight out, though. Gink bombing into the choke. The medic didn't quite come through. He baits the bomb out early. Now Pappy has to try and follow it up. Skis does use to that eventually, but with Lucas and both soldiers down, Ascent are going to roll this in quickly.
That's exactly what they're doing. By the way, the entire time, Jay on the sniper.
Oh, Jay's on sniper. I hadn't even noticed.
That's something I've been paying attention to, because Jay, notoriously known having a very high sensitivity. Yeah. Not the player you expect to play sniper very often, but he's been making it work, I guess, for a bit now. Let's see if he can actually make something happen here for this last busted wide open for his team, because that Uber disad is gonna make it hard for them to push Poppies down on the side there. That's pretty crucial pick from Slemnish. But yeah, Jay's just gonna get spammed out.
They're using all the way into lobby with Tomas. There's a big solo onto Toe here, and he's not getting anything with it. Lucas bombing forwards, catching them in the choke off this advantage. They are going to be able to cap up second, but now Skis, obviously the Ubers have flipped into his favor. He has 90%, and all of Ascent are charging forwards. Feint going to try and leave through one here. Lucas just managing to not get caught in the shutter, and they are back to last. Classy setting up the sentry already.
Basically a full reset, except now the Ubers have flipped, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ascent. Yep, they're going to take it in through lobby right away, going to try to get onto that sentry as soon as possible. It's already down. Just gonna have to clear out that point now, clear out those players. Let's see if they actually manage to do that. It's just a really scrappy fight. Gink, the first player to actually go down on the side of Feint here, and Yike finally dying on the side of Ascent. People going so low. They finally take down Thomas on the heavy, and yeah, that's gonna be first round.
Yeah, great playing the point early on in that last push from Ascent. Just keeping the pressure on it non-stop. Toe obviously trying his best on the Putus to shut all those players down running towards him, but in the end, the battle of attrition goes in Ascent's favor, and we are going straight into the second mid.
Let's see. Maybe things are going to go a little bit differently this time. Let's see what these teams are up to. Early bomb in by Laz, I believe. Yeah, trying to get onto Lucas there. Doing a bunch of damage, but does not manage to kill him. That pressure, though.
All of Feint just standing on their own suicide. They're getting rushed into by everyone on Feint. Just this powerful force coming across the point. Happy is going to go for a big bomb in on Skis. Doesn't manage to take anything down, though. But now all of Ascent have terrible positioning in their choke.
Oh,
Bot
no.
mode's going to get caught in here by the looks of it. Yeah, he's going to go down. So with a demo pick, you're definitely going to expect to see Feint run through this choke here.
That's what they're trying to do. I'm just always scared whenever I see a bunch of people like bunched up in one place and I'm watching Lucas.
Oh, he gets so close to getting the pick onto Skis, but he does manage to surf around, goes back to lobby, keeping safe, gets the pack, and now it looks like both teams with 100%, we're going to see another stalemate.
Playing it very traditionally, very, very slowly, taking no risks. Well, let's see how they try to break this. Maybe we're going to see a little bit of a sack come in here.
Gink's up on Spy. I was just about to say, I expect to see Gink going Sniper. Gink's been playing quite a lot of Sniper today on Process, having a lot of fun with that, but now he's on Spy instead. This is very unexpected. Spy obviously works a lot on LAN. People love to use it on LAN with all the noises going off around you. It's obviously a lot easier to get that decloak in without being heard or spotted, but a scout runs straight past him. That was close.
Making it scary. Playing a horror game, essentially. He's just trying to, evade these jump scares of Ascent players bumping into him and basically instantly killing him if they do find him. They look like they're aware.
Yeah, I think they're aware. Gink accidentally let the shutter open when he was trying to avoid Yite bumping into him. So Yite is now definitely on Spy check.
Slamish on the sniper here, trying to peek for choke a little bit. Does not get a shot off, though.
Oh, no. Gink has been caught. He opens the shutter right as Yite's looking at him. That's a dead giveaway. But
he's alive.
Yeah, he's alive and he's wasting time.
How useful is a spy that everybody knows about?
Yeah, there's not much use in wasting time when you're 1-0 down here. So Gink will eventually just let himself die, and now Slemnish looking to take the angle into choke. Lucas is showing him his head, offering it up on a plate as long as Slemnish but he gets Pappy instead.
That's still a crucial pick here.
Yeah, it's 2 down for Feint, so Ascent definitely going to be moving in here. Laz trying to put some pressure on from Sewer. Yite running all the way in through the choke.
That's an Uber out from Seeds there. He gets popped off earlier than Skis. Skis finally responding with an Uber on his own, and the exchange is just on. Obviously, Ascent with a way better Uber here, going to be aggressing immediately into mid and trying to just pick up some frags. Thomas, the first one to fall down. Jay essentially trades for that one, though. And Slamish still on a sniper. He's trying to just get some cheeky snipes here in the middle of the fight. He's standing in the middle of the fray, trying to make something happen. Didn't quite work out.
Yeah,
and
great
it's a reset.
job from Feint to force everyone out. I liked what Ascent were doing. Lucas going down to Slemnish there. Slemnish going to take a wider angle immediately. Both of these soldiers bombing into him, trying to punish him for going in for that play.
All of the no-scopes. Has he missed one so far? Excuse me?
But Gink and Classy getting the kills. Oh, bot mode! That was a nice shot onto Gink in mid-air. Now both scouts running forwards, though, going to take down Slemnish and Skis. Yep. Thomas and Classy are just destroying all of Ascent.NA right now, and it's a full wipe. They're going to roll this into last.
There's nobody contested here. The soldiers just now respawning. Poppy already trying to spawn camp here on the point as well. That's going to be a round in the favor of Feint.
Evening it out already, Surny. We're 10 minutes in. The EU crowd giving us a big cheer for the EU team, of course. These are the 2 powerhouses of their respective regions. Debatable whether or not Feint are the best team in Europe right now.
They're certainly looking so.
They're looking great this LAN, but here we come into the 3rd mid.
Let's see what these teams are up to this time around. Whew. All right. Again, both teams taking a little bit slowly here. Looks like Feint were a little bit spread out on their rollout there in general, so They're gonna be taking it slowly. Laz looking to bomb in now, just faking it a little bit. You know, Jay meanwhile trying to go in. Gink finally going high as well. Just a bunch of fake bombs being exchanged. Nobody's wanting to commit to anything so far. Everybody's just like sitting back, just chilling. The center are on the point. They're just getting the god cap time. Lucas finally taking down Yite as the first player here. And all of Ascent immediately backing out of choke.
He's all the way in behind. He's blocking off this exit best he can. Lucas in
Lucas
from the front as well for a big bomb.
Oh!
He's down! That's amazing. Gink getting a pickaxe kill as well in the fray. This is nearly a full wipe as Slemnish has to run all the way back to last. Probably going to switch onto Engineer and just try and get that level 3 set up straight away. So yeah, Slemnish on the sniper, see if he can get a cheeky drop as they try and push in, but Feint with the full Ubercharge advantage here, haven't capped middle yet, so it might be delayed a while. If Skis can juke around long enough, just stay alive, he might get his Uber on this last push, and that would be definitely putting himself in a good position to hold last.
Depends on how long Feint really take here. If they make use of their, their ad quickly, it's gonna be rough for Ascent. That's for sure. It's gonna be rough for them. They do have a sniper on Jay now, and the NG as well. They Uber in immediately. Feint here. Yeah, Lucas is in deep. He's in very deep actually. Immediately, just trying to shut down any players that are trying to hide. Gets taken down though. That's a pretty big problem when you're Feint and trying to push a last point. You don't have your demo man.
Yeah,
that
was a really atrocious Uber. Unfortunately, Lucas bombing the wrong side. The sentry was on the other door, so he doesn't really get much. Gink hiding here though. Will get Seeds. That's massive. At least they get that, and Seeds is already way out to mid, so he's going to be able to utilize that 50% advantage another time. It's obviously going to grow ever bigger while Skis is in the respawn queue, and now all of Feint's respawning as well. They're going to be looking to come into second whilst no heals are up on the side of Ascent.
And just now, Slemnish still on the sniper, by the way. He's very committed to the sniper here. Maybe he's going to make something happen this time around. He does peek into a sewer where Feint are. It's almost like he knows. He's looking if he can maybe pick somebody off here. Lucas again, he's very aggressive, so it could be his downfall. Immediately jumps in as well. Slemnish trying to hit him. Lucas also going deep, but does not manage to kill someone.
Everyone going so deep from Feint there. They're just throwing themselves straight forwards. Although in the meantime, Laz has got the force onto Seeds, so Ski's actually now going to be in the position where he has the advantage. Both soldiers down, but Lucas also down on the side of Feint. Gink just trying to... Oh, he's doing so much damage in this one area. Classy also trying to block people from running out, but he's too far ahead of his team. Classy going to get taken down by several Ascent players.
And this is going to be...
Feint are out to mid.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing out here, trying to retake their second. Feint trying to recontest a little bit, actually. Very, very aggressive again there by one of their soldiers. Yeah, it was Gink, I believe. Just moving forward, just trying to slow down Ascent as much as possible. That being said, they're moving for IT here. I guess it's a little bit of a different mid approach, and Ubering in immediately, just taking it into the players. Feint well aware of what's coming their way.
And Gink was hiding for the force, but after Ascent just used into mid without needing to be forced, that let Gink have an opportunity to go behind, and he's just messing around behind an IT right now. Slemnish takes him down eventually, but Feint have Ubered right back into middle. Pappy and Lucas going deep again, but not catching the players that they need in the Uber bot mode. Going to be fighting Lucas, actually winning that one out at the moment. Pappy has to come and assist. But in the meantime, Laz has got straight onto Seeds, so this is a great opportunity for Ascent. Lucas and Pappy bombing forwards again. Oh, Lucas getting taken down in mid-air.
Slemnish cleaning up Classy as well. However, Thomas is still okay. He gets bottled down.
Everyone going for the 6-man sack there onto Skis. Skis lives through all of it. So Ascent going to be rolling into second and have a sizable advantage for last as well. All of Feint just about spawning now. Their scouts are the last ones to spawn, so that sentry's not going to be up for a while is another thing to note.
So yeah, they're still choosing to go with an NG regardless. Thomas on the heavy as well, or the Putas as people like to call it much rather. It's probably the official name for the game at this point. Ascent looking to probably take it through lobby here. At least they're all bunched up in there, so it's safe to assume that they might try that. There you go. Yep, they Ubered in immediately. Classy on the sniper as well.
Oh, bot mode gets dropped from the Uber though. Thomas really gunning him down with the heavy weapons guy there, and all of Ascent just ditched that push entirely after losing bot mode from the Uber.
Gink did try to go behind and got cleaned up by Yite, but that's not going to be a big loss for Feint here, and it's going to be enough for them to maybe push Ascent back a little bit. Ascent already backing off.
Jay and Laz both doing some bombs, and Laz does get the force on seeds as well. Yite and Laz both go down for it, so Feint are going to want to at least punish this a bit, or try and get in onto Skis before he can get his Uber. I'd expect to see Gink hiding again. That's usually been what they're trying to do. But Pappy's actually the one going straight forwards into middle. He wants to absolutely put the pressure onto Ascent before they get this Uber charge. He knows they're going to be getting it soon.
Yeah, he knows that he's got one of the best medics when it comes to building, but not even a disadvantage like that can be made up easily. And yeah, Ascent obviously aware of their ad here, going to push back immediately. Feint not going to take any risks for that.
Hold for a huge bomb with this. He's straight in onto... Oh my god, he gets Pappy and Thomas, but Seeds has already managed to escape to last. Gink going down as well. Now Seeds just has to stay alive while this second point gets capped from Ascent.
Got his heavy friend to back him up.
Well.
Oh no. Oh yeah, no, this is over.
Yeah, this is definitely a round for Ascent. That was really well played.
I mean, if they shut them down,
yeah. Yeah, 2-1 there for Ascent.NA, taking the lead once again on Process.
Halfway through the game?
Halfway through the game, yeah. We are at the halfway point, so it's going to be needing to be Feint getting the comeback on now to take the lead for this first map. Obviously, as our analyst was saying, Feint haven't been too comfortable on Badlands until recently. Obviously, Kermit's Insight saying that they've been really drilling that into Lucas. So hopefully if they do get to the third map, they'll still stand a chance.
Exactly.
Now, on this third mid.
Let's see. Again, both teams playing very slowly. Not used to seeing that Laz going high here, just scouting out, essentially, trying to see what he can do. He is behind, but he's also very low on health, and Gink and Classy are both dead. So Feint are going to be backing off, maybe into Laz here. Yeah, he's going to be wreaking a little bit of havoc on the back line. Jay already following up with the rest of his team.
Lucas doing a nice job of staying alive, getting bombed by Laz and hitting a neat little surf straight out. So he's going to keep his 85% advantage as he goes to resupply as well. So it's looking like it's going to be even for last. Pappy might even try and get his team to re-push second here. Yeah, they've got all the spawns in, and Pappy wants to go fast, but Jay, oh my god, he's in with the drop onto Seed, sinks up 2 rockets. We was hiding just above rollout, and now Ascent get to use their Uber off in return. Lucas still trying to put any damage he can out onto the side of Ascent. They're all going to back out to mid, just trying to stay alive, keep this Uber charge advantage.
Barely.
Yeah, barely.
But damn, what a drop. Unfortunate that the Uber didn't work out for them. But
yeah, all of Feint was still pretty far back when the Uber was used. They did a good job of all splitting up and looking for clues, and none of Ascent managed to get the frags that they needed to roll that into last. So lucky for Seeds that his drop didn't mean much there. Now everyone's just getting ready to even this back out. Stalemate for mid. Feint holding very, very far back. This isn't like them. We'd usually see them putting the pressure on Choke already. Maybe they expect Skis to have a slightly bigger ad than he actually does.
Or maybe they're actually expecting this IT push that Ascent look to be mounting right now. Moving forward. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing actually. They're going to go in for IT, with Batma being the sole player in the Choke and just backing out again. Okay.
Oh, Laz again onto Seeds, but Lucas takes him down with a neat air pipe as well. So judging by how Pappy's been dealing with these situations before, they might even just go straight in.
That's what they're doing.
Pappy gets one nice rocket onto Skis. He gets another one, but Skis living on 50 HP. We'll go back and get the pack.
Nice pipe there by Batma on Pappy, by the way. He surfed that real nice. Jay's in now, trying to counter-sack. Didn't quite work out in his favor. And yeah, we're at an equal situation, both from a player standpoint and an Uber standpoint, and a stalemate standpoint, and everything. These teams are evenly matched so far.
And Feint wants to just take this straight in through the Choke. It's a double scout Uber onto Classy and Thomas. Skis pops his off as well onto bot mode and Slemnish, keeping them both alive. Neither team flashed more than the other, so it's a completely null and void trade now. Both teams just using it off. No one's got an advantage off of it. So we might be seeing this just slow down unless one of these teams wants to go for a dry push.
It's a little bit of a reset here again. Well, Jay's in deep though. He jumps in fast for the Choke, finally taken down. He lived for very long there. I wouldn't be surprised if Ascent try to slow down the pace of this game a little bit now. You know, you've got like 10 minutes left. Sure, it's a bit of time, but they are ahead. They're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, so they are 2-1 up. Pappy and his team definitely need to be the ones in the driving seat to try and get this out of this stalemate. And that's exactly what Pappy's doing, looking for an opportunity through Sewer right now, taking a little 1v1 with Laz, gonna back out.
Also Jay on the sniper again. He's gonna be looking for choke here. Does not hit Thomas, unfortunately. And now they're aware of him. They're gonna play around that. They're gonna try to position themselves so they do not get their heads taken off immediately, instantly by a class across the map. Ah yes, sniper is fun. That being said, Lucas just dies to bot mode's trap, and that opens up the second point wide open for Ascent. Immediately, Lucas down, no demo. That's gonna be bad for them. And yeah, they're gonna be moving forward. Uber does come out outside of Seeds there. Ski's quick to respond with his own, and the exchange is on.
Yeah, the Uber's fading, and now both Pappy and Laz behind each other's teams. Laz will get taken down first, and Slemnish has to go and chase back for Pappy. Actually, Classy's getting himself behind as well onto mid, so this could be a crunch from both sides in the choke here, but it doesn't work out like that as Lucas and Pappy both getting taken down. Ooh. Thomas getting sniped from the choke by Jay, and now Feint have to run out to last. At least Seeds is staying alive, but it might not be enough if the respawns don't come in time. Slemnish already taking this forwards into last.
Not looking good. It's not looking good at all, especially like Lucas is still, you know, he's just now respawning, he's just now coming up, trying to protect this point. It's gonna be enough probably, yeah, to hold Ascent back for now, but they're gonna have to hold on to this hard. I mean, they do have the Uber ad, so it's gonna take them a while. Again, Jay's still on the sniper as well, so is Thomas, but if you're trying to push with a sniper, you're essentially a player down, right? Unless he gets a frag, unless he gets an opening, you're essentially just banking on your sniper doing the work if you're trying to push last here. And I think that's going to hold Ascent back for a while. They're going to try to get Jay to have some sort of angle here. It's the only thing he can really do.
Yeah. And just to bring us back to that mid-stalemate that started this all off when Jay went on to sniper, both teams played it exactly as they should. Seeds went up on the pipe next to the choke. It's the absolute hardest place as a medic to get sniped from because he has to go fully through the choke to get an angle onto you. So then Ascent immediately respond to that by trying to get in through sewer, obviously, and baiting one of the Feint players into the stickies, how they originally broke that stalemate there. Lucas gonna get an opening, yeah, picks off Slemnish here, and it looks like Gink and Pappy trying to make some space, see if one of them wants to go for a counter sack maybe.
Or just maybe get Thomas into have a little bit more of an angle now, you know? There's a player less stopping you from it. He does try to go into a little bit of 1v1 there. Jay gets sent up though, so he's not gonna be able to hit him. It's really just down to the sniper duel at this point.
Yeah, we see Seeds obviously in his second home inside the dispenser. He loves sitting in there whenever there's a sniper.
Ooh, Jay's being aggressive and rollout there, gets taken down by Gink though. Went for the hero shot, probably just gonna switch off of sniper now, I wouldn't be surprised. And yeah,
Mass on sniper, Gink's gonna open the door.
Oh, nice shot.
Yikes.
That's a nice shot right there, and that's going to be enough probably for Feint to just try to move.
Oh, and they bait Laz into bombing them as well, so now Laz gets taken down by Gink and Lucas in this one area. Pappy's already made all the space on second, scared everybody out from Ascent, and they're going to be able to cap this second point up. Thomas already taking a peek into middle on the sniper, see if he can get anything to roll them even further ahead into mid.
Anybody's being too aggressive, trying to be too cheeky here. Also, just like to mention this, I don't know if we've mentioned yet, Pappy's on the battalions.
Ooh,
he's actually on the backup, so I wonder what he's going to try to do. Ooh, nice headshot onto bot mode there by Thomas. Seeing if he can follow it up. Not quite, but he's going to stay alive, get spammed out a little bit. Ascent very, very wary of Thomas now after that second push, after he basically allowed his team to actually come through. They're scared of the Australians. I wonder why.
But he's going to need to do more than that, and he's going to need to do it fast. With 6 minutes left on the clock, they are still a round down. So Feint have to really find some way to get into mid here, and I reckon that's what Pappy might be trying to do with his battalion's backup. We might be seeing some sneaky banner plays, either a banner sack, which is really good with the battalions because you take so much less damage when you're bombing in. You can really live for longer and get more rockets out and try and force off that medic, or we might see a...
No, that's the frag we're looking for.
Absolutely, that's exactly what they want. Once bot mode is down, this is going to open up the trade for sure in the choke here.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take him in. Thomas, again, also trying to get some more angles. Maybe he can follow it up a little bit. This team slowly poking forward. They're getting bombed, they're getting spammed, but
yeah, they don't really want to do much with Thomas on sniper. Thomas, the combo scout, obviously being on sniper is not useful for when you want to be taking Ubers in. but now that scaredness of them all just clumping up in the choke and getting caught out means that Lucas does end up going down, which is great for Ascent. Yite has also managed to sneak his way by into lobby. I don't even know if they've spotted him. Gink looks like he's looking around, but he might just spawn camp Lucas here. Yite, yes, he gets the 2-shot onto Lucas, so he's going to be down even longer now. Ascent forcing off Seeds as well. This is going absolutely brilliantly for them. Skis hasn't even used his Uber charge in return. Yite finally going down after he spent so much time behind.
Yeah, the dominoes are falling in favor of Ascent here. They've lined it all up, and they tipped over the starting piece, and everything is just falling right the way it should. They're trying to take second gear. Poppy does pop off the battalions, actually, to keep his team alive a little bit here and help them against the impending Uber that is probably going to come out of Skis very soon, as they're caught in this IT, actually.
Yes, he's only here with Slemnish. He does get Jay here to back him up now. Now they're much more likely to go through, and they do take all the space. Poppy's just watching, see if he can get any spam off that might slow them down, but they're not going to slow down at all. Here comes the Uber through number 2, through rollout. They haven't even used yet. Now finally hop onto bot mode as he takes the sentry down. Slemnish right up in front, doing the bulk of damage onto Feint. They're all locked inside the spawn rooms. And stickies from Lucas have been dead. Ascent can play the point now if they wish, but Thomas is just getting all these kills. The scouts coming forwards. And Seeds uses off his Uber charge to chase down these last 2 kills into IT. It's 2 scouts versus 1
Slemnish. One Slemnish. Okay, he does die. They're going to be trying to chase Skis here
as well. It looks
like.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god, this is exactly what Feint need for the comeback. If they can roll this coast to coast with 3 minutes left.
It's crunch time. They gotta get it. They gotta get it going. Jay does try to sack for Lucas there as well, does not manage to pick him up, and Feint is just gonna be rolling forward. Everybody's dead.
Yeah, they're gonna be spawn camping this here. They're putting all the sticks up on the forward spawn. Pappy's standing in front of the doorway saying, "You shall not pass." All of Ascent in there gonna decide to back spawn. Skis eventually joins them onto last. So now with Seeds with 100% Uber charge advantage, we just need to see a good Uber out of Feint. We need to see Lucas bomb and get the sentry, and we need to see them locked in spawn, unlike last time when Lucas unfortunately bombed the wrong side.
Looks like they're gonna be taking the right side this time, and yeah, the sentry goes down immediately. Jay on the sniper still, okay, finally switching off. The Uber now rotating over to the left side, laying a lot of damage into people, but
and Thomas is just playing the point all through this fight. Thomas does actually complete the coast to coast for Feint. 2-2, bringing us up to a tie on the first match. If any team gets a round in this 2-minute 30 remaining, they're going to be the ones to take process.
Possible.
It is absolutely possible. We've seen comebacks at this stage from the French team earlier in the day already. So yeah.
Let's see, the 5th round, probably the final one. I'd be surprised if we see more. Let's see what these teams do this time again. Again, very paced, not much trying here. Gink to mid, actually gets a headshot onto Yite immediately to open up the mid. That's a player down on the side of Ascent. It's going dangerously low though. Jay also getting picked up on the sidelines. And Ascent, while they're far forward, there are also 2 players down. And Gink is hitting shots like crazy. This man doesn't miss.
And bot mode's getting taken down in sewers as well, or in IT, sorry, from the aggressiveness of Pappy. So they're all going to be moving forwards. Feint have the momentum, but will they be able to get this round off of an even Uber situation with just 90 seconds left on the clock?
We'll have to see. Gink very aggressive immediately. The first player to actually enter lobby. They're trying to get a little bit of an angle here, trying to just kill anybody, I think. He's out for blood. He's tasted it. He's had a little bit of a taste, and now he's trying to go for something.
Yeah, sniping to mid is something that Feint have been trying quite a bit recently, and if Gink's going to be hitting shots like that, they should absolutely do it more, because that was a great mid-fight from him. He really loves to snipe in this process map, but he needs to get forwards, and he needs to get forwards fast. With 1 minute left on the clock, he really needs to get himself an entry pick or change back to Soldier. But here comes the Uber onto Thomas and Lucas. Skis does pop off in return now as the sentry gun goes down.
Trading Uber for a sentry doesn't strike me as a very good deal, unfortunately, and they're going to be trying to re-aggress through 1 here for Shutter, seeing if they can win this post-Uber fight. Pappy and Jay essentially trade, and okay, yeah, the frags are falling in favor of Sent here. Classy gets onto Skis, though.
That's going to give them maybe one last chance to throw bodies in, but not much more. Gink being on the sniper just in 1 throughout that whole fight meant that his team wasn't really having the damage output that they needed. Ascent going to be capping up second straight away again, and with 20 seconds left, it looks like we're going to be going to a golden cap on our first map here.
Very much so, very much so. I'd be surprised if they manage to do anything. Well, that's a quite even matchup actually so far.
Very, very close in process here. Happy trying to go for some logs damage, just gets immediately meat shot in the face.
Everybody's just, this is the wonderful garbage time that we love to see.
Yeah.
All right. Very even so far.
They're dead even, yeah. Absolutely. And I don't actually know. Usually, after you see a matchup with an even scoreline, you at least see one team outperforming the other in slight ways that would give you an idea as to who might win the golden cap. But I honestly still have no clue after watching that 30 minutes of play which team I favor to take this last round here.
I have no clue. They're so evenly matched. I think it literally just boils down to like a minor thing, a minute chance that one team will get in a golden cap, and they'll just use it.
Yeah.
Be either one, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, after Feint have been able to coast that back to 2-2, really from the clutches of defeat, they've managed to at least delay this first map, if not win it. So
if they win it, that's probably huge for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the second map's their pick, so if they take Process here, that might just be the series, really. If they manage to upset Ascent here.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, that would avoid them from going to Badlands, which is one of the maps they're less keen on in the pool overall. So if they can get this down in 2, obviously that's perfect for them, not only for the fact that they don't have to play Badlands, but obviously they move on fast. They get some time to rest, to maybe demo review before their next game.
A little bit of downtime, yeah. A little bit of time to relax. It's always important as well.
Nice.
You gotta pace yourself at this LAN.
Yeah, gotta chill out.
It's quite the timetable, especially yesterday, but also today, you know.
Yeah, especially yesterday. It was absolute chaos, as it usually is on the first days of these LANs. Everyone needs to get their stuff sorted out, but everyone's settled in quite nicely.
Yeah.
And speaking of getting stuff sorted out on the first day of LAN, Lucas actually had some terrible PC issues with my computer. He forgot to rent this year, so I've brought him mine down, but it wasn't working on the first day of LAN, so he had a huge panic attack, and I had to basically rebuild it from the start up. It just turned out I'd put something in the wrong USB port.
What was it, though? Was it keyboard?
Yeah, the mouse and keyboard didn't work, and they were just in the wrong USB ports.
Great.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. You try
Professional PC diagnoser, pulling everything out and putting it back in again, and then
suddenly it works. And you never know what the real issue was.
Yeah.
Till the very end. It's wonderful. You try everything except for the solution that actually works, and the solution is always simple.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I've known that. I've been there.
So we have Feint readying up, a bunch of Ascent people, AFK and Spawn, maybe having a team huddle. Oh. Obviously, one of the benefits of LAN is that you can show people things on your monitor, immediately just have responses from your teams on what you think you should be doing, rather than having to sort things out in Mumble, go through, like, organize map talks on an evening or whatever. So Ascent maybe coming up with some sneaky tactics to pull out in this golden cap, because it's only going to take one to win a round.
Maybe even, you know, good old Mela. Coach man, looking over their shoulders.
We were speaking to Mela the other day about how much involvement he has in the actual strategies of Ascent. And obviously he hasn't played in a very long time, Mela. He trusts these players' insights more than his own. He doesn't really coach them as much as manage the team, obviously. He's the Ascent CEO, so he's not actually the TF2 related guy telling them what to do. I think they'd leave that all to themselves to discuss and come up with the best strategies, but yeah.
Even just a pep talk.
Yeah, even just a pep talk
that's
is
good
helpful.
enough. Offering
giving them massages.
Pints on me after a game, you know, stuff like that. It's going to be good enough for them, probably.
Yeah, give them a reward for it. Give them a chocolate bar if they win, and then they'll suddenly motivate.
Hold the carrot on a stick in front of their faces,
yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. An unusual on a stick, maybe?
No, not these days.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty worthless now, so maybe a bad idea. I don't know.
Well, apparently it's skis they're waiting on.
Is it?
Seems like.
Yeah. Can't wait to get into this golden cap. Goddamn.
Yeah. Let's try and theorycraft who's gonna win it.
I think it boils down to the mid. Like the mid, if the mid decisively goes in one way or another, either team is just gonna roll it and snowball off of it. But if the mid's very slow again and doesn't really decisively take it, like only like 2 people die on a team and then they back off, we could see a very long round, and then it's just a war of attrition which team decides to make less mistakes wins.
These mids have been very back and forth. We've not seen one team really be dominating every mid fight. We've been seeing some mids where it was just 1 or 2 kills made a team decide to back out, and then they were able to hold on to second or get their medic out for last. These things that just keep you in the round, whereas there are some mids, obviously, where you just full wipe, and then you basically just have to give up the round unless you can get all your off classes to do something crazy on last. Feint are readying up. We're still waiting on Ascent by the looks of things.
Shaking my head.
Shaking
figuratively.
Head. Not literally?
Oh.
You can do it literally. There's a camera.
I can't move my head more than like an inch.
Oh, right.
It's
why? Is it because of these gamer chair pillows like keeping you locked in?
They kind of are, actually. Not gonna lie, they kind of are. I can shake my chair, I guess.
This is my first time sitting in a gamer chair. Is it this?
Is it really?
Yeah, I've just got your old standard office chair at home. This is really
comfy.
Comfy, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
How are you finding LAN so far, Surny?
Doing good.
Going
honestly,
good
yeah. It's chill. It's nice. Always great to have people hang out. Oh, I think they've readied up.
Yeah, it looks like the
there
teams
you
are
go.
ready.
All
so
right.
we're getting straight into
Let's
this
get golden
cap.
cap here. Let's see what these teams are going to be doing in this golden cap. The one to take the first map of a process. Let's see what these teams try to do. Boat mode a little quicker to the mid here. And he's going to be the one to spam, take more ground. Again, both teams looking like they're going to be pacing themselves, seeing what the enemies are doing first. Actually, Jay going very far forward with a bomb immediately, trying to take some ground. Gink and Poppy immediately responding. The entirety of Ascent is just bunched up in that corner there. A lot of damage getting laid down into them, but no frags falling either way just yet. Botma the first.
The fight though, Skis has fully left his team, and that's going to be what eventually gets all the kills for Feint here. Skis getting caught in IT. All the rest of his team, obviously, as you said, bunched up in that corner. Just they're not going to be 6-man sacking onto Skis on last this time, which is probably wise. So he is going to stay alive with his Uber, but still Feint in control of mid and second at the mid.
That was decisive. Like, as soon as Skis was disconnected, you just saw the health of all players just drop down, and there's nothing they could do anymore. They were just stuck in the meat grinder. That being said, they do have a chance to actually hold last here. Feint, you know, obviously gonna look to control second.
Oh, Yikes all the way in behind. He's actually getting the meat shots onto Seeds. Seeds has to use his Uber.
Oh no, that's bad. That's real bad for Feint here, because Ascent are now, they're gonna be trying to re-push here, probably.
Yeah, that was sneaky from Yike. Just ran all the way through top lobby, gets in behind Seeds and forces him off. Obviously, much easier for Seeds to surf a rocket than it is for him to dodge bullets. Kind of, even no matter how good you are at medic, that one's always kind of tricky. So Ascent looks like they don't want to use their Uber out here. They're taking it slowly, just making sure they catch everything out. But Classy was hiding in lower IT. They spot him out as well, so he's going to leave.
Yeah, that's that. They're giving it up very, very passively. Feint just going to be building on mid, making sure that they can maybe make up this difference. And I see Gink on the bazooka. Very interesting choice of weaponry here.
Yeah, this is Gink's new theory crafting. Obviously, when you can release 2 rockets at once, it makes it basically impossible for a medic to avoid you if you can sync them up like that. But now we have a scrappy fight going on mid. Lucas getting taken down. Thomas as well. Pappy is so low. He does get the arrow in time to stay alive, and now he's putting in the work. He's doing some damage, but it's not enough as he gets taken down. Seeds and Classy already way out of there.
Yeah, Ascent just clean up everybody else. They're just moving forward here, really. Haven't had to use yet either. They're still holding on to their Uber. It's equal now, but they can just hold on to it. And yeah, they're not even going to have to use it for second as well. Feint are just, they have to back off so much. Slam is just pressuring out Lucas there as well. Just trying to run in, get taken down by the sentry ultimately, but Gink actually moving very far forward, trying to counter-sack. Does not manage to kill anybody though. And we're going to see ourselves with Feint holding last yet again.
Yeah, and we have to remember in this new format of Golden Cap, if you hold mid for long enough, you will win the map, as well as if you push into last. So Ascent could theoretically just hold around here with mid under their control, but obviously they would prefer to get all the way into last.
That's not how they roll. They're not 7.
Yeah,
Come on.
absolutely.
They're not going to make us fall asleep. They're actually going to play the game, which is nice to see sometimes. That being said, Slemish is on the sniper, looking to maybe get a little bit of a cheeky headshot there. Thomas is on the counter sniper as well. Everybody's just very far back though. Slemish trying to peek through, roll out there. Nothing he can do really. Just nobody there. Gets spotted out and just has to back off again.
Yeah, Feint are so good at dealing with these snipers. They are really rigid in how they deal with them. They always have seeds inside here. Lucas barely peeks anything. He just occasionally pops his head around lobby to spam things out, and then it's mostly Gink and Pappy just jumping around, making sure that Slemnish in this case can't get any angles onto someone where he could cause a disaster for Feint.
Thomas is also looking to obviously counter sniper a little bit. Ooh, does not manage to pick up Gink there. And
Thomas gets onto Laz though.
Ooh.
Nice headshot.
That might be an opening.
Oh, he gets damage onto Jay as well, forcing him off back to the choke. So he's going to take another wider angle. Gets the sightline on.
More damage.
Jay again taking him down, another 150.
Ah, this is the 1v1 against Slemnish though, and that's going to be an opening now for Ascent to actually take the lobby here. No sniper to worry about anymore. Slemnish can peek a little bit wider and see if he can actually get this crucial shot that he's looking for onto something like Lucas or Seeds even. Maybe he can even just Pappy or something. That would be a crucial pick. Classy doing a lot of damage and getting him taken down by some spam is good. Nice headshot onto Pappy there as well. Thomas back up again, looking. Oh nope, can't counter snipe that.
And now with 2 down, Ascent definitely have the opportunity. Slemnish goes down to Pappy as well, but with the sentry down, Laz is going to be free to sack in, but it's just a fake bomb. Lucas takes him out with a trap that he was holding in lobby there, so it's 2 down on Ascent, and they want to roll this forwards Feint. They're going to catch off Jay near the number 2 position, but he does jump away. After Gink goes down, they're also just going to reset back to last. We might see the dispenser and sentry back up as Classy switches to engineer.
Slemnish on spy as well.
Ooh.
He's getting wacky. He's like opening his toolkit here. He's looking at the things he's got, and he's just choosing whatever he wants, whatever he can.
Crossing things off his list, but Feint have
spy checked.
Clocked onto it. Yeah, they've disguised as a spy and found out that Slemnish is in fact playing that. So
Laz also getting reflected by Thomas there.
Yeah, Thomas is already on Pyro, just looking to fry a spy right now.
He's ready to check, and they're probably just waiting for Laz now. Actually, I think at this point, Ascent are probably also aware that Feint are aware.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try to like cause a distraction if they want to send in Slemnish here at all.
I don't
it's the only way.
Yeah, Laz is holding the door open.
He's just gonna go back.
Slemnish runs back into the forward spawn, changes onto Sniper instead after Feint clocked onto him. But Thomas is gonna stay on Pyro. Thomas doesn't know yet, of course, that the spy has been switched off. So
could very well be that if he doesn't see anything for long enough, maybe he will also decide to switch back.
Yeah, he's gone to spy to check for the new classes, while Slemnish is just trying to not stand on stickies in one, trying to get himself an angle.
Yeah, both teams really careful, really strategic here. Do not want to take any risks at all. Nobody wants to lose this first map, so both teams are playing it extremely carefully. Thomas going for the pixel peek. He's got like a single pixel, a single degree of vision where you can see someone. Slemnish getting taken down, peeking a little bit too ambitiously. Thomas now having a little bit more room to work with, potentially.
Yeah, I suspect he's going to get someone to open this shutter up for him like Gink did previously. That got them a pick that got them to get all the way out of last. The door is open, and Thomas is trying to take his shots, but bot mode's just hiding in that corner.
And yeah, they do take down Jay, actually. Jay was trying to go in there on the lobby side. Gets taken down. Gink immediately in with a response. Pops him off.
Nice force from Gink.
And Thomas headshot bot mode too. Brought all that. And the banner comes out. Oh,
banner popped off. This is going to be an easy push out on second here. Seeds, of course, taking his 100% Uber charge with him. We could see another coast to coast from Feint to get this to 3-2. Pappy's going to move back to switch off the battalions, it looks like. So they're going to wait for him to be ready and raring to go. The rest of the respawns coming in with him, of course, so Ascent already far back on middle, ready to just escape as soon as they see players testing them.
Shiny players.
Shiny players.
Seeds does have that Uber. It wouldn't be unlikely. They obviously want to get into mid here without using it, but if they have to, their hand might be forced. Slowly making their way forward. They're eating a lot of spam. Bomb in by Laz as well. Does not get much except for a force, and that might be enough to buy them time because Ascent, they're immediately backing out. Lots of damage being dealt by Lucas, but ultimately nobody dies. And
yes, he's already on 100. And people running in through IT as we do have 6 minutes left on the game. Our players forgot to change the config to golden cap, so just letting everyone know, whoever does hold the middle point at the end of 6 minutes from now, when the timer shows 15 minutes at the top of your HUD there, that will be when the round ends. So in the meantime, Lucas slowing down this push by taking Jay down. Sunnish
just peeking forward, poking a little bit, you know? Just poking around, but a little bit of damage being dealt. Poppy trying to jump in, Gink as well, both of them getting taken down though.
Yeah, all
no
4
soldiers on
soldiers on the server are down at the moment, and Seeds wants to take this 1v1 here. Both teams using onto a singular scout, but Skis did flash a bit, so Uber will not be as good. But there's not enough of an advantage for either team to do anything. They're just gonna wait for Gink to respawn.
We're into the last 5 minutes of this golden cap. You know, Feint don't. I mean, obviously they don't lose. But even if they don't like push out and take mid, that might just be the round for Ascent. Ascent look to be pretty comfortable trying to just do that. They're pacing themselves a lot as well. Again, nobody wants to take any risks. As long as they have mid, they can still win this map. And as while it would be unfortunate and boring, it might very well just happen.
Yeah, Laz, the only person who's in any kind of forwards position. He's just scouting out lobby. The rest of Ascent playing super safe and far back. Both teams just waiting for their Uber charges to come back. Tomas has switched onto Spy. I don't know if he's just checking. Yeah, it looks like he's just checking. Pappy is very strict about his team going on Spy. He absolutely hates that class. He doesn't think it actually works very well. He thinks it's a lot of a gimmick. And if teams rely on it too much, then they won't get out of these habits of actually breaking stalemates with more, you know, standard ways that you can... Traditional means that you can apply to any circumstance rather than having to rely on one person getting lucky and not getting spotted out and things like this.
Jake dying, though, opens up a lot of space for Feint here in lobby, and Ascent immediately going to back off of that as well. Feint poking forward now. Tomas in the lower lobby, they're just changing a little bit of damage. You know, they're again pacing themselves.
On the other side, Jay has gone on to Spy. He doesn't have Pappy to tell him to switch off, so
he might just commit to it. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Crab walking over there, seeing if he can sneak in. The old sneaky beaky. That's what spies do, apparently. I don't really play that class, but apparently they can go invisible, so they can sneak around. That being said, he's desperately trying not to get bumped right now, and I believe they have actually spotted him.
Yeah.
So
Tomas shooting the corner that he was in there, definitely checking for a spy right now. And this is exactly why we were just talking about that. As soon as they know that there is a spy, the spy has absolutely no chance of doing anything. So now they're probably going to sack someone else in and get Jay to switch back as they did before.
Tomas actually dying. A little bit aggressive, a little overextended, and he's going to pay with his life. Obviously, you don't want to lose a player when you're trying to hold last, and yeah, Ascent moving forward here. Again, they have a spy, so
yeah,
unless
pretty much a 5v5.
Unless he hits an astonishing amount of revolver shots, he's not going to be doing much. Yite also dying. That being said, he is doing. Oh my God!
Oh no! Jay takes down Seeds with the revolver.
Just walks in and shoots him.
And they're all straight in. The Uber charge popped off immediately. 4 frags already for Ascent.NA. Classy getting taken down by bot mode as well. That's the round. That's the map for Ascent.NA. What a huge play from Jay Hunpei.
Who needs a knife for spy? You've got a gun. Just shoot people.
Insta-kill thing.
Just shoot people.
Yeah.
Just shoot them.
Just shoot them.
It's long range. It works. It works every time. Clearly. Yeah. Let's have our analysis, maybe.
Let's have our analysts tell people to just shoot him if we're ready to go to Eckstein, Dumtum, and Alba on the desk.
Thanks so much, Surny and Bum. Great job casting that match. And very exciting gold cap as well. You know, we saw it go coast to coast. We also see our teams, you know, pulling some tricks out of the bag, going for some wacky stuff. Gink doing the Beggar's Bazooka, and then of course also spies and snipers coming out galore. Dom, what were your thoughts on that, particularly, like, you know, how these teams were trying to break the stranglehold, some of the tricks that they were pulling out for this golden cap?
It was interesting. I think something Ipali said yesterday, it really applies here, which is that Feint is a team that wants to ride the line between what is safe and not. And throughout the regular game, they had a little bit more struggle than than they usually do with most of the top EU teams. They needed to find like what works or doesn't for quite a while at the beginning of the game. A lot of the sags were really impressive at the beginning of the game for the soldiers on Ascent.NA. They got so much mileage with them. Seeds got forced so much more than you usually see them have to use in like emergency situations, which is really uncommon to see. As for other stuff that came out, like you said, the more gimmicky stuff. Obviously, there was a lot of sniping on both sides. I think every single scout played sniper at some point in this game. And Gink on top of that as well. So like everybody just played sniper at some point, and it's really hard to say who was the best because all of them did like really good stuff overall. I still think Feint played with the sniper better, and against it as well. Their counter sniper aggression was really, really well done. There was a stalemate from mid to second, and they just immediately pulled out the aggression on choke the moment the sniper revealed himself in the choke point. That being said, for the overall gimmicks, I think you can't even just say EU gimmicks. We saw what Ascent.NA is capable of with the off classes. However, maybe the real EU gimmick is just the awareness of what is coming. Every time they try to pull out an off class on Ascent.NA, somebody was already in spawn, spy checking to see what is coming.
Yeah, certainly strong team play there of making sure that they were aware of what was coming up, because that did shut down a lot of the options. And as the casters were saying as well, we were expecting Jay to, pull back to spawn and switch, but they kind of just rolled with the punches. And I think as well, just the timing of Golden Cap, where, they had about 5 minutes left. They knew that, if they just kept the pressure up, so Jay decided to stay in there. Alba, particularly, what were some of your thoughts on how that Golden Cap went down?
Yeah, so just before, I want to talk a little bit about the beginning of the regulation time, where it was very, very back and forth. You had like Lucas bombing in deep, getting a few picks, and you had bot mode bombing back, and it was very cool dynamic, very back and forth. But I think at the end of the regulation, it really went down to a series of individual plays that led into rounds. And then same with the Golden Cap. It was basically individual plays that really got Ascent to the position they were in, and then the revolver play securing the Golden Cap for them.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the logs as well so that we can kind of pick apart a few more of those individual performances as well. Right away, I know that Dom and I, as well as you, Alba, were taking a peek at these stats while we were getting into the Golden Cap. Slemnish at the top with 20 kills and 7 deaths. Very impressive stuff. Dom, some other things that stand out to you?
Obviously you have to talk about the Feint combo doing incredible work. Lucas, Thomas, Papi leading in the charges every time they went for a fight. If that doesn't perform, then the rest of them can't do anything either. Classy and Gink are reliant on their combo opening up stuff, and it doesn't matter if your flanks KD or damage looks like worse in comparison to everybody else, because as long as they do the damage and get the kills when the combo does something where they need them as well, as long as those two things happen at the same time, it's just still working out for them anyway. And for the most part, it did. Obviously not quite working out until the very end, but it still worked out in the grand scheme of things.
Alba, your thoughts on these stats?
Yeah, bot mode stats is jumping out a little bit for me. He had some good plays during regulation time, but most of the time it was quite silent, and it was more focused on off classes and the scouts, soldiers doing stuff. So a little bit silent from bot mode.
Yeah, and his damage taken number was the same as Lucas Tank, but bot mode survived a little bit more. We'll get to the medic stats in a second, as we also check out well, actually here are our medic stats. And some things that stand out to you here?
Just a second ago we saw Seed still died less than Skis, but overall he got forced so much more. So at the expense of living a lot of situations he might not should have, he lost a lot of the Ubers he could have had. Still a one drop coming out, and that was obviously a crucial one on top of that. So logs-wise, it doesn't look too bad for Seed, but a lot of the context of the match itself is like really important here to keep in mind.
Yeah, I think that's interesting as well, that the stats showing us that biggest advantage lost for Ascent was 0. They never had a new recharge advantage. Does that strike you as odd, Albert?
Yeah, that's a little bit odd. Usually you see either team at least losing one fairly big advantage due to maybe the rest of their player dies and they have to escape with the medic and a scout. So that's a little bit strange.
Now, we didn't get a chance to hear your insights before this match kicked off, Dom, but I think it's probably accurate to say that played out how you expected it to, right?
Yeah, it was really interesting, because I think just from like their plan A, like what they want to play at all times, I think Ascent.NA was the better team in this game. Their main playstyle worked a lot better. It was Feint that had to adapt, but if they were any worse as a team, it wouldn't have been even anywhere as close. But just Feint, is good enough a team to be able to adapt. They constantly brought in new strat. We saw the beggars, we saw the sniper plays, sniper to mid, spy plays as well, and just all of that was like highly necessary to keep this thing as even as it is. Ascent.NA's main playstyle obviously worked throughout the entire game pretty much to a satisfying degree.
And here's the stats from the Golden Cap. I guess just one more quick question about some of the strategies that you mentioned. Does that make you nervous as, you know, like from a coach's perspective, does that make you nervous to see things like the Beggar's Bazooka pulled out in Golden Cap? Or do you feel like that is the time to pull out some of these weirder strategies?
No, they certainly practiced them quite a bit. I mean, they wouldn't trust it if it weren't something they would want to bring out during a Golden Cap at LAN in the knockout stages. So they have confidence in it. The Beggars, for example, was not something that quite worked out, but obviously not everything can just be perfect every time. So it might happen again. We'll see when the time comes. I am fully prepared for them to just be innovative again, though.
Yeah. Alba, your thoughts on Feint Gaming as we move forward here? Do you think that they should continue to innovate or focus on some of the more fundamental aspects of the game?
Yeah, I think they did well. Maybe focus a little bit on keeping the coordination up and try to get more done with their soldier bombs. And I think going into Gully, I think they're gonna do better. I think that map might suit them better, especially the mid.
Dom, do you want to give us a score prediction for goalie real quick?
I think this is going to be a map that's really good for Feint, so I'm going to just say Feint will win this.
Okay. Alba, I actually got to cut you off because we're going to have to hop over to our casters as this match is about to go live. Back to Surny and Pom.
Yep, we're right into the game immediately, actually. As teams have already rolled out. Lucas very fast to mid, just spamming the damage down onto Ascent there in the big door, which forces them to essentially walk below, and then the frags immediately fall their way as well. Slemish, Laz, and Yite already dead. Seeds does go down, though. Jay went up the drop down and manages to flank him. The rest of Feint now moving forward to see if they can get onto Jay and Skis here. Skis caught out kind of in lobby alone, essentially, as Jay's nowhere to be found. Finally comes in to clean up Lucas, but Skis is dead.
Yeah, that's great. At least they can get Skis as well there as the mid. So 3 down for Feint, and just Skis down on the side of Ascent.NA. They're obviously going to be trying to push into second straight away if they can before the heals get there. So already through the choke, Gink's making some space. Jay trying to force him back down. Thomas and Happy just waddling forwards while Laz is in behind. Actually gets onto Lucas in the choke. So a demo pick, and that's
a crumble.
More and more. Yeah.
Everything is just going down. Everybody's dying, and Gink and C just have to run for their lives. As Slim is just not letting up the chase at all. He really wants to just make sure that these people possibly even die, but at the very least are no longer posing any threat to him immediately, and that's exactly what's happening.
We have captured the control point.
Yeah, so we do see everything equalizing. Thomas is on heavy in the forward spawn for some reason. Not sure what he's doing chilling out there. This could be a new strategy.
He's got a very wrinkly brain, okay? Watch this. They're going to pop the stick, and now he's going to walk out of the door, and he's going to be behind.
This could actually be huge if he does walk out behind on heavy.
Or he might just be AFK. Okay, never mind. He backspawned.
Yeah, maybe backspawn. That's definitely the reasonable thing to do in that situation. As we see again, as is the standard at this point, we've got sentries going up on Gullywash last at basically all times. Just so much easier to have a sentry there to deny bombs rather than have to have your scouts do it manually. You get that auto aim to do it for you. Yikes trying to make a play on the point gets taken down, but Pappy does get taken down in return.
They also took down Jay in when he was being a little bit more aggressive in lobby there. So 2 players down on the side of Ascent here. Feint not taking any risks though at all. They still have the sentry up, so they're probably just going to look to wait for a little bit of a better advantage to push off of or to try to push out. Because Gully isn't easy to push out of, unfortunately, traditionally. So yeah, they have Thomas on the power now, just right-clicking on the sentry, making sure that nothing can get close to it. And that's probably just what they're going to be confident with sitting for a while, as Pappy's back on the battalions again. He's probably going to try to build that for a bit.
Yeah, Pappy's loving these banners recently, and Battalion's definitely one of the best options. Thomas spy checking as well to see if anyone is trying anything sneaky on Ascent, but Both teams just content to sit around for a while. They're not under the time constraints as they were in the Golden Cap anymore,
Jay
obviously.
using that cheeky glitch on the door there, where you can just fire through.
Fire through the side? I don't think that's legal.
Is that not?
Oh my god, yeah, it's on the point.
It's a good distraction.
So much time. Laz in with the bomb as well. Off that distraction play, he's just in the spawn door. He's going to get taken down too. So effectively a double sack from Ascent.NA here. Botmo's going to leave a cheeky trap up in lobby, and Lucas does just about spot it out. Just nearly was about to jump into it there. So
it's going to be safe for now, but yeah, Feint, again, they're pacing themselves. They're not taking any risks here at all, not moving forward.
They know the respawn.
They've got lobby.
They know they don't have the time or the space here. They just want to get back to last. Lucas has put a very cheeky trap up on the roof of lobby. If anyone tries to peek into the balcony area, they'll get taken down by that one.
Just again, both teams playing very carefully, very strategically, not like taking any risks so far. Not trying to go for any really cheeky peeks. Again, Yike looking to go water again, maybe. Seeing if he can push the point again. We've got, Bomber actually goes down to the trap from Lucas. There you go. We've got Guardian Gink as well on the point, making sure that nothing happens there. And that's Yike and bot mode down. I think this might just be what Feint we're looking for to push out here now, as they take the high ground here with Poppy and his medic rolling forward, as well as Lucas taking the lobby. Lots of spam being exchanged. The Soldier's still bombing in, trying to just deal damage, trying to slow them down. Classy game dangerous.
And the heals are so far away from the side of Ascent. They're all getting taken down here. You can see Ski's desperately trying to arrow people, but he can't attach the beam to them, which is going to let Pappy and his team take the first 2 frags of the fight. Now Skis does have to pop off onto Jay. Seeds uses as well, but he drops all his players. He does manage to find Classy just in time. Does keep Lucas alive with the flash just as well right at the last second there. But that's given Ascent the opportunity to push back in, knowing all these players are low after the Uber, and they do take down Lucas and Classy. So they might be able to rush this into last with no demo alive on the side of Feint. Jay is going to be bombing forwards, but Thomas just denying it really well on the heavy class. He does go down, so now it's all onto Gink defending this point, and he is going to go down, so Ascent take our first round here on Gullywash.
Good round. Good round. They rolled that very nicely. Just, making sure that, because Lucas was dead, they could just run onto that point, and that's exactly what they did. Just eliminating anybody that stood between them and their objective, and they took that round very confidently. Let's see if they can repeat that for another 4 times, or if Feint actually try to respond here. As we're heading into the second round, this time around bot mode.
Laz straight onto Lucas in that fight, but Lucas manages to pipe him down. Now Gink in return, bombing into the combo of Ascent.NA. Jay up onto the Feint combo, doing a lot of damage, but not getting the kills he needs. And now Skis is just trying to surf around Gink. And Classy going to be taking that one down. Slemnish on a last-ditch attempt. He does sneak down, drop down, trying to get into mid here. He is hiding behind everyone.
They don't know he's there, so...
No idea. He could go up elbow here and get onto Seeds.
Laz is also behind.
Has already got behind, and that rocket jump might have given their position away.
Oh, they're onto Lucas. Poor guy. You don't want to see that when you arrive to mid. 2 people in your face. That's not nice. I mean, they do kill both of them, but that's going to slow down Feint a little bit here if they're not having their demo for this last push.
Yeah, he's on a pretty quick spawn though, so once they get this forward spawn from capping second, they're going to be rushing in. In fact, they are already, even without Lucas in the push. Thomas not going to be able to take down the sentry gun though. That's why you need a demo man in your Ubers, and Thomas and Pappy both losing their lives for it. It immediately flips into Ascent.NA's favor. Skis has the Ubercharge advantage. They have the kill advantage. Everyone's going down. Lucas also caught off far forwards onto the point here. He's going down. Seeds just has to run away with Classy. They should have just waited for that respawn. It would have taken another 4 seconds or something.
They were too frantic. And especially like with 20 minutes left. I don't know why they so desperately wanted to go forward that quickly. But obviously it didn't quite work out for them. Ascent are just rolling forward here with their Uber ad and just making sure Feint are having a terrible time, having to just run away and back off from everything. And they're going to be taking mid and just also immediately aggressing into big door here, just poking forward, seeing some more that they can do. Again, they still have a slight ad here, and it's going to be no... Oh, actually, nice trap by Lucas. Gets catched off Slemish, but Seeds now has his Uber up, so it's an
but they've
situation.
already made a lot of space. Laz and Jay bombing through the choke. They do eventually decide to slow down and back out. That's Pretty nice what Ascent were trying to do there, just taking as many points for free off their charge advantage. It doesn't matter that they've let Seeds get his in the end. They are still 1-0 up, but if that's anything to go by from the first map, we'll see Feint come back pretty soon.
Doesn't necessarily mean anything. Also, we have Slemnish. Oh, yep, there you go. On the sniper in Big Door, he picks up Gink and he's looking for a cheeky peek here. Does not hit the shot onto Lucas. Lucas
As in with the counter sack, super high, gets one rocket on Seeds, but that's just all he will get. Seeds actually does use off onto both scouts now, trying to take this Uber into Big Door. Classy making them flash quite a bit on the side of Ascent.NA, but Feint have to reconvene in lobby. Looked like they're trying to go up top, but they've decided against it after Lucas and Classy are still waiting in the respawn queue, so they're going to give up second to Ascent.NA. Slemnish still on the sniper and Pappy still on his battalions, so we might not see a very long stalemate by any means, as both these teams look willing to make plays.
Yep, depends on how well they can break it. Slemnish he's playing very far forward. I think they're just, for some reason, they're expecting Feint to push out here, I guess, which is weird, but fair enough. He's probably going to start moving forward soon, and as Feint are just setting up on last, they're comfortable to hold here for a bit and see what the situation has for them.
They're just waiting nice and safe to get their Uber charge, then they can scout out lobby step by step, look for all of Lucas's traps, look for any off classes or hiding players who might try something sneaky. They can just take their time here. They're not under any constraints with one round up after 20 minutes. Now Slemnish peeking in from Riverside. Thomas already has his eye on it as well.
It's going to be down to the hero shot here. Will Slemnish get it, or will he just try to go for the sniper 1v1 first?
Ooh.
Soldier's immediately aggressing as well. Oh, he goes dangerously low. Does not die though. Yeah, he's spammed out of there for a bit. He's going to look down and see if he can just still deny that sightline. And Thomas is obviously looking for the counter pick here. He really wants to get that Slemnish kill.
Oh, Slemnish sneaking around though, seeing if he can take down Gink on the flank. If he gets this, then it'll be wide open for
Oh no, he
River,
gets Thomas.
but he gets Thomas with the body shot.
And headshot onto Gink as well, actually. Nice shot there. Poppy now finally taking down Slemnish to respond with Blast, trying to bomb in, immediately denied by the sentry. Botmon also trying to spam it down a little bit, does not manage to do so though, and that's 2 players down for Ascent now.
Oh, 3 down in fact, as Lucas does catch Yite off guard in lobby. Lucas now immediately wants to be going forwards, putting in the damage. Pappy and Seeds, yep, they're taking out up top. It's going to be so easy to take this with the banner. He manages to get Skis to force off first. Seeds isn't using at all. All those players from Ascent are already out. There's no threat to Seeds to have to use here. If they can take middle cleanly, that's going to be another coast-to-coast from Feint.
Not only did they make Skis pop, they nudged him into drop down, so he was completely disconnected from his team.
Wow.
So
oh no, but Seeds!
Oh no!
Seeds just dropped, I think.
No!
Has got straight onto him from drop down. Now all of the kills going for Ascent.NA. Slemnish going to be taking down Pappy in the choke here. Inevitably, Classy has dropped down. He's behind. He has to make a play here onto Skis pretty soon. Otherwise, there's going to be a big advantage into last. But it looks like bot mode already expects him to be there as he's stuck up the wall, blocking Classy in choke.
It's not letting him get through. He's not taking.
But he's still there to take down Laz at least. Bot mode does get his stickies too, so Classy's just being a nuisance on mid. The longer he can delay, the better for
He actually wins against Yite too.
2 shots of full health Yite from about 20 health himself. That's very nice from Classy. That's going to be slowing down Ascent a decent amount, as Seeds has already amounted himself 60% Uber. If he can if he can get up to 100 during this push, then they'll be in perfect position. And bot mode gets his bomb denied in this push, so Sentry Gun does go down. Slemnish is playing point so well. There's already almost all the time on point. Lucas and both soldiers have to block this. They're all just throwing their lives onto point to stop it, but it's not enough to stop Ascent.NA.
Looked pretty good for Feint for a while there. They were all staying alive for very long, but eventually they just got caught out in the spawn door.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything.
Seeds unfortunately dying with 98% Uber, so if he had lasted literally 1 more second, that would have been a whole different story for Feint, but he didn't, so here we are at 2-0 into the 3rd mid.
And let's see what these teams try to do this time around. Feint immediately very aggressive, getting very aggressive on the low ground. Immediately picks up Laz, trades with him, essentially. And Poppy also getting taken down. Immediately the Feint not looking too strong anymore. Ascent, they lose Jay, so both soldiers down on either team now.
Oh, nice pipe from Lucas to take down bot mode. Now the mid is going back in favor of Feint by the looks of it, but now, Seeds does manage to defend himself. I think he got a nice saw there. He is, yeah, so his scouts eventually come back to defend him from Yite.
That was scary. You just see Yite in Seed's face and just shoots down Lucas. And, oh no! At least it worked out because Classy was there to defend him, but that could have gone very poorly.
Laz is getting some nice damage in, trying to stop him coming through choke, but it is Ascent that use off their overcharge first at the end of the day, and now Seeds is going to be keeping everyone alive in choke. They're just going to leave all this space here because Classy's gone down in the Uber. They don't want to get repushed on super quickly after the Uber. That's when you're most vulnerable, when your Uber's fading, you've lost a kill, everyone can just charge in onto the rest of your team who was previously pushing, and if they get any more of those frags, they can really roll it forwards. Now it looks like Feint have rotated all the way into Big Door, and Laz is causing havoc. He gets ginked, he gets Seeds down low, but Seeds does finish him off with an arrow.
4 health behind, and he's in lobby. Okay, he gets taken down by Yite, but yeah, he was caught in. Unfortunately, he could not go anywhere either, and that's a very, very bad loss there on the side of Feint, and they just have to back off. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
So just take mid.
Long spawn for Lucas. That means he's not going to get the forward spawn, as Ascent do just cap off now 3 seconds before Lucas spawns, so he's going to have to walk all the way from last. They probably aren't going to push off that though, as the Ubers do even up. JM bot mode just spamming through the choke as you'd expect.
That's how goalie goes.
Yeah.
Sit around that choke a lot. Lucas also sticking up very cheeky traps there in Big Door, seeing if you can maybe catch somebody off guard with that. I don't know if they see them. And they're coming, Ascent also aggressing a lot in Big Door here, looking to push forward. Maybe they do spot that trap, and Slender also spots the one on the pallets. So neither of those really working out, unfortunately. But it's still a lot of fighting happening in that Big Door. Just people changing their stuff left, right, and center. Yite actually manages to slip through.
Yeah, they've opened that basement door for Yite to get all the way behind. I don't know if Feint even know about it yet. Looks like they do as Gink bombs up top onto Yite. He does get taken down very low, but a nice uphill direct from Gink. Does take down Yite. Pressing his P-Rec bookmark bind on that one.
That's going in the frag, dude. All right. Well, that's Thomas still down as well instead of Feint though. He got killed by some spam by bot mode.
Oh, Laz up drop down gets the force. That was so sneaky. And now Skis pops off the Uber. A while afterwards, he has about 50% to chase with, but it looks like he's not going to. Feint all rotating around to Big Door, perhaps expecting a Big Door repush or trying to go for one themselves now that they've seen no resistance here. Both scouts getting spammed back, so it seems like everything's just slowing down once.
Staying a little bit more passive, looking to again pace themselves. They don't want to overcommit to anything. They don't want to take any risks. They want to make sure that they don't give Ascent too much room to work with. They don't want to give them too many mistakes like they could try to bank off of. It's high stakes. They don't want to mess anything up, so they're just going to be going back to looking through a choke point until you both have Uber and then pressing the right mouse button. As Jay actually tries to just be a little bit too aggressive and goes dangerously low there. Yeah, just usual Gullywash chokehold.
It's getting scary for Feint.NA, for Feint EU, the only Feint right now, as they have 13 minutes left on the clock. They're 2-0 down. They need to find some rounds soon, otherwise they are going to be knocked down to the lower bracket. And then obviously at risk of elimination if they lose another matchup to anyone. The Americans looking strong coming into this game. Laz going to bomb through, gets one nice rocket on Seeds. Seeds does hit the surf though, gets away to safety.
And Jay just being very aggressive there as well, gets punished for it though, trying to escape through the drop down. Not gonna happen for him today. And
yeah, and with 2 picks, they're definitely going to move through to Big Door, especially on the soldiers, because this is so hard to lock down without anyone to bomb onto it.
Yeah,
they have gone back up to take their inside. They actually make Skis use, and now Seeds popping off as well.
The Uber exchange happening on the point. Ascent though looking to back off here a little bit as the soldiers finally come back in to re-aggress, just doing a lot of damage, but Jay ultimately dying.
Oh, yikes, onto Seeds.
1 health.
Oh, Thomas just about keeps Seeds alive at the end of that fight, and that's really crucial. If Seeds has gone down there, it could have all been a different fight.
it wasn't. They kept them alive, and he is going to be able to use those heals to keep his team alive on a second as well, potentially even taking it to last. We'll have to see. Naturally, the teams are still even uber, so we'll have to see if there's any openings. Yite immediately on the NG as well, moving the gear up, making sure that he's defending this last point. It's a staple for Gullywash, so not a surprise there.
Yeah, become increasingly common to the point where you rarely see Gullywash last on the map without a sentry built on it. It makes it so difficult with all this claustrophobic architecture in here, obviously the low ceilings and all the walls. You can't sack in at all without getting seen by that sentry and pinned up against something, so teams just use it all the time. It's a lot easier than having a scout have to aim and take people down.
Definitely. I mean, it's not even an aimbot. It's a server-side aimbot.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for? That being said, Feint also just poking forward a little bit, just seeing what the situation is. I believe they do know about the sentry, as Gink is now forward in river. We'll have to see if he actually decides to jump in.
Jay is peeking a lot and getting some damage
Tomaz
in. Yeah, Tomaz from Laz on the lower main area, and all of Feint just keep it safe, leave 2 seconds as you usually do after leaving someone in lobby. Jay and Slanish prodding forwards already. Tomaz only has 3 seconds left on the respawn though. They gonna elect to keep it safe. They're 2 rounds up, there's 10 minutes. They can just afford to hold last and see what Feint throw at them. Yeah, park the bus.
Park that bus. Make sure that nobody gets through. And Feint, they have to break the hold. It's you know, the ball's in their court. They have to do something. They have to make some work. That being said, Lucas is on the quickie bomb launcher, and he's looking to. Ooh. And he's got the lock and load too, by the way. So
we could see him lock and load the sentry, and then delete the stickies from point, and then have some scouts run in from under the point. Something like that could get a very quick round for Feint, which is exactly what they need. Slanish though on sniper.
Sniper here, looking up river.
Oh, AFK Lucas gets taken down by staring at his team with a demo pick. They're definitely going to be ramping up the pace here. Ascent Laz already going in deep. He does get airshot by Pappy there, so now it's going to slow down. Slanish just trying to take the peak out of up top here. Everyone's already rotating to big door where they can't get seen from that angle. Very smart from Feint to not even give Slanish a chance at seeing their heads.
And yeah, they're just going to be resetting here. Ascent, again, just going back to the last. They have a player down, so they didn't really have much of a choice.
Lucas is still on lock and load quickie bombs. Take notes this time, Lucas. Don't go AFK. Might go better.
Still, somebody went secret there, I think.
Yeah, Gink's already in underneath. There's no stickies on point. Classy's playing it as well. Pappy's bombing the point. There's so many point plays. 3 players going down just to try and pressure that point there. And now Tomaz, Lucas, and Seeds, the last men remaining, are going to have to run out to second.
Going to be seeing maybe if they can slow down Ascent here. They're definitely not going to have an easy time holding them, but they might just be able to wait for their respawns here, as the Uber does come out on the side of Seeds first. So that's going to be a little bit of a worse one, unless he has to flash a lot. Tomaz
Tomaz gets bot mode behind as well, and that was really good Uber charge usage from Feint. They knew that if they used their Uber there, they could just keep everyone alive for long enough to delay for the spawners, and that's exactly what's happened. All of Feint now back up and ready to go, with bot mode going down as well, and no sentry gun on last. They're peeking in, but Classy is getting taken down.
That's going to slow them down quite a bunch here, because they were hoping to just play that point with no stickies up. I mean, Gink also jumps in trying to see if he can make something happen, maybe go onto skis. Unfortunately, does not kill him, and the clock is ticking. The clock's ticking. Feint are throwing a lot of ideas at the wall, and nothing's sticking.
Yeah, Feint being very proactive. They're trying a lot of different things to try and get this stalemate broken, but none of them working out so far. They're going to take their way back into lobby. See if they can do another point play with Lucas, clearing the stickies off the point once more with the quickie bomb launcher.
If there even are any on, they're not even any stickies on the point yet, so they're all in just the forwards here, and lockers and then the balcony and stuff, but it's going to be peeking forward. He does take down the sentry actually, so that one's out of the equation for now. And Gink's already in behind again. He's underwater. He's gumming up behind the point. Sticks finally being put on.
Classy's got into secret as well. Classy's taking down Slanish. Pappy's taking down bot mode, and Gink is playing the point. He's gonna get it.
And that's it. Just walks on the point and nudges people off of it, and there you go.
Skis popped off his Uber right at the last second, trying to just jump down onto point. Didn't manage to get on it in time.
And they're back in the game.
Yeah, really great plays coming out with the unique quickie bomb launcher strats there to clear the point, do some point plays. Very good for Feint, and now they have 7 minutes to mount this one more round in the comeback, and they could have a chance at winning this map.
Let's hope that they can actually do that. They can't really mess up very greatly here, otherwise they could seal their fate. Laz being the first player to go down on the side of Ascent, getting sent into the sky box, and Happy dangerously low on the side of Feint there as well, finally getting healed up. And both teams just now like just taking it pretty slow. Ascent still very aggressive given the fact that they have lost a player. Nice pipes by bot mode there. Poppy does get taken down eventually, and I believe that is that was Jay behind. He got taken down though, and maybe Feint are going to be moving forward a little bit here now.
That was really nice from Feint. They get that one kill, and then they just maintain the player advantage throughout the entire fight. They keep the height advantage, they keep that one extra player over Ascent, and Ascent eventually just get the message like, okay, we'll leave through big door.
We're going to get out of here, fine. If you don't want us to be here, that's okay. We're going to leave you to it. That being said, Feint, they still can't really slow down much. They don't have a lot of time to work with, so they have to just roll forward here. They have to see if they can make it through big door, make it through choke, take the second point, take the last point, have some sort of opening play, because if they just get themselves in another stalemate here, it's gonna look rough for them.
Yeah, and Happy's in trying to break it as we speak. It does not go very well for him at all, his bomb through choke.
Laz looking to respond maybe. He did spot the stickies though, so it's going to take a little bit more slowly, and actually the combo moving before for big.
Oh, Laz
caught
into
out.
Lucas.
Oh, he doesn't get him though.
No, Lucas gets taken down by Yite though with the scattergun shot from across the map. Now, with a Lucas pick, Ascent would be looking to do something, but they have Jay behind and they have 2 down as well, so Feint decide this is the perfect time to take a trade. They put Gink in behind as well in the trade. This is really nice. That's something you want to be doing in trades, is actually getting an advantage after them with positioning or kills or flashes, and Gink gets exactly that, bombing in from behind.
Taking down bot mode. Yite finding himself kind of alone there for a while before he meets up with his team and just cleans up all of the damage together with Slemnish, and yeah, that's Ascent killing literally everyone.
Ooh. Lucas is putting up a fight though. He might be able to get out with his life through big door. Oh,
They
he's
know he's
actually on
behind.
the top.
They know he's behind though, don't they? So
Yeah,
they're gonna
and
shut him out.
honestly, a demo man behind is probably the least useful class you can have behind. You really want that damage dealing with your team. He does manage to recoup with them on mid, but gets immediately taken down.
Bot mode, oh my god. Landing a bunch of nice pipes there as well before he almost gets cleaned up by Jay, and Feint's just crumbling.
Yeah.
All their players just keep dying. It's very scrappy. Seeds somehow lives. Yeah, okay, he's finally dead. And yeah, they're white.
Yeah, 4 minutes left. It looks like Feint are going to have another one of their classic coast-to-coast. We've seen a lot of them already from them this LAN. It's been very impressive. But they need it right now, or they are going to be knocked down to the lower bracket and at risk. With 4 minutes left and Ascent with 100% Ubercharge advantage, looks like they're going to be speeding things up.
Definitely. I mean, they know that they have the big advantage now, that they want to just put the final nail in the coffin, essentially, for Feint here. They're moving forward for River.
Thomas only has a level 1 sentry. He's keeping it secret, and he's ready to switch off when it dies, which is right about now, as Slemnish already onto the point. Bot mode putting out the damage onto the heavy medic combo in the top corner, but in the meantime, everyone else is dying to Feint scout combo. It's just down to bot mode, and he gets taken down. Skis running away after getting a saw onto Pappy, who was chasing him down. And he's hiding in elbow, waiting for his team to come and help him.
If they can, if they get a chance to.
But you know what this is the start of? This is the start of a classic Feint coast to coast. Seeds is staying alive. He's keeping his 100% Ubercharge advantage into mid here. If they don't have to use this, we could see another golden cap. Lucas already putting out the damage, takes down Jay. Laz also going low, but he does get the force onto Seeds, and that's what he needed. Skis now with an Ubercharge advantage, but Feint want to roll this forwards before they get a chance to use it. They're deep into second.
Yeah, they're rolling this forward. They don't want to give Ascent any sort of chances here whatsoever. They know that they're on a timer, and the timer's ticking down very, very fast, so they have to make sure that they actually get something done. But it looks like they're going to recoup for a bit. And Ascent, they realize, oh, Feint, they're not pushing us. They're not going to pressure us. We have ad. Why don't we just like go forward and stop them?
Yeah, and that's what they're going to try and do from up top. Slemnish and Jay taking space. Pappy trying to deny them, goes very low and does actually crater. Yeah, Gink's gonna crater as well, killing himself with that rocket, trying to save his life, but the Uber does get popped off from Ascent. Jay coming up behind from drop down as Seeds uses Lucas and Thomas going forwards into lobby. Classy fighting off Yite here. Doesn't manage to pick up that kill, and now Seeds caught out of position. Oh, he lets his scout go on the opposite side of him, and that lets him get too sticky by bot mode in lobby.
That actually into last, and he wins the 1v1 against Laz as well. Oh, he does not get the cap though. So much time on it, but bot mode.
Thomas is under the point. If Thomas can kill Yite here, this could be it as well. He does get the kill. Oh my god! Feint! They've tied it up 2-2 off of another coast for coast.
How do they keep getting away with it?
Oh my... I didn't even see the point. I thought there was plenty of time for Ascent to be able to stand on that and stop it, but
apparently not.
Apparently not. With 1 minute left on the clock, it looks like we're going to another golden cap unless someone absolutely rolls from this mid-fight.
We'll have to see. Maybe they absolutely destroy either team here, and we're just gonna call it quits. We'll have to see. Jay immediately bombing forward, getting taken down by Lucas. So Lucas is very aware of that, and Laz as well, trying the same, getting taken down too. That's 2 soldiers down on the side of Ascent, and the rest of the team getting mulched and choked by Gink. He's just in behind. Slemmish, the only player alive. Feint actually moving forward very quickly now because they have essentially almost wiped Ascent here.
50 seconds on the clock. Feint want to see Badlands on their screens. They want to have this final chance to stay alive in the upper bracket. They're going to recharge on second. Seeds is just getting his Uber up to 100% here. No sentry for the side of Ascent. They've just got the Pyro and Yite on heavy as Lucas comes in with the bomb, gets reflected by Yite instantly. Everyone's stuck in spawn, but the stickies on point from bot mode get deaded off. Pappy's playing the point now, trying to get the pressure onto it. Lucas going to go down. Pappy's going to go down. It's just Seeds left alive. Unless he can cap this point, it's over, and we're going to golden cap.
Again. On a 2-2 as well.
This matchup is unbelievably close.
So close. Both of these teams won it so bad.
This LAN is one of the closest we've had in years, absolutely. Any of the top 4 teams on their day could be taking this, and Ascent and Feint are both proving that they really want to right now.
Insane. All these players also turning up huge. So many huge plays coming out of both teams here. Both teams like just taking turns, essentially.
Yeah, I think what we want to see here, we want to see Feint throw the mid-fight really catastrophically, so they end up on their last, because that seems to be the only place they can get rounds from, is just wiping off of last and going all the way back to Ascent.
It's the momentum theory.
Yeah.
As soon as, like, they take a while, but once they get going, it's a snowball rolling down the hill. They can't stop themselves, and then they're just going hard. Could very well work, or they can just roll it through mid. They almost did it on the last round.
They almost did it on that round, yeah. If only they could have had a bit more of a successful Uber. Obviously, the Pyro just holding everyone back with its new mechanics, where if you have more momentum going into it, you also take more momentum off in the opposite direction after you get air blasted. And it seems the teams are getting ready to go already. We might be going into this golden cap pretty speedily. Do you have a prediction?
It's almost like last map. Again, you know, the teams were extremely evenly matched throughout the match, and it's just like last map. It could be anyone. Could be anyone's game.
I really badly want to see Feint win this, because I really want to see another third map where we can scream at them doing some kind of amazing thing at the last second to keep them alive.
I really want to see a third map that goes 2-2, and then we have another golden cap.
Yeah, that would be great. And then maybe they can change the format or something so we get a best of 5 instead. We can get 2 more maps that do the exact same thing. That'd be fun.
Lots of wonderful matches. I wouldn't mind seeing that. All right, let's see what these teams are going to be trying to do here, though. I'm looking forward. It's gonna be crazy. I think if just one player goes huge here, and they don't have it last another 15 minutes like the last golden cap, this could be over very, very quickly. And it's really on for Feint. If they want to stay in this series, this is their chance.
Yep, everyone joining back up to the server. They're getting the correct config on. So obviously 15 minutes. If a team holds mid at the end of 15 minutes, they will be the winner, as well as if they manage to cap last, of course, as per usual. Feint readying up.
Never mind.
Nope, never mind. Okay.
They like to bait us. It's fine.
I am very curious about how Badlands would go, because Feint have not been keen on it for quite a while. But if they've been really practicing Badlands, obviously Badlands is one of Seven's favorite maps, and Feint look to be the the anti-7 wherever possible. If they've been practicing that, this could be a crazy third map as well. Should we even get to it? Obviously, Ascent.NA with the 1-0 map lead right now. If this goes their way, they'll be knocking Feint down to the lower bracket. We'll have to find out who they'll be facing at a later time.
Would be very unfortunate if they get knocked down, obviously. Everybody wants to see Feint do well.
Yeah, but everyone wants to see Ascent.NA do well.
Everybody wants to see everybody do well.
We want to see a brilliant intercontinental final.
Yeah. We want to see a brilliant final in general. We want to see a brilliant LAN.
Yeah. So far, we're definitely having a brilliant LAN. Both teams readying up. We're getting ready to go into the game. The Golden Cap, second map, Gullywash, Ascent.NA versus Feint Gaming.
2-all. Let's see how these teams try to take this map. Immediately, lots of aggression onto bot mode there. He has to back off for a little bit, and both teams, again, playing it very slowly. No bombs in just yet. Jay taking down Gink, and Laz is actually up drop down. He's going to try to lay a lot of damage into Choke. Obviously, Feint are having none of that. Going to shut him down. Lucas gets taken down, though, and that's a demo down. They were already losing the mid, and losing your demo that late, especially, not a nice thing.
With a commanding mid, just a wave of blue coming across the point, absolutely shutting everyone out in the choke that mid. Pappy's just going to be the last point of call here, jumping backwards as Skis gets all of his team through. Yikes will get dropped down by Gink there on the flank.
Oh, Uber actually comes out of seeds very early.
Yeah,
he's responding with his own immediately, obviously. And lots of flashing happening on both sides. He's caught in.
Oh, Jay's in behind!
Jay was in behind, and Laz actually got out as well. Fuck, yeah. Laz was caught in for sure, but he got caught, he actually got out of there. So
Seeds using his Uber off there again in a position to delay for Lucas on the respawn. Obviously, after Lucas died so late on mid, that was why Ascent were really trying to capitalize off. But with that delaying for 7 seconds, that let Lucas get back into the fight. Gink now on Spy. Looks like he's just going to be checking if Slemnish is sniping again.
Actually, I think he's... Is he moving? No, he's not.
I doubt he's moving.
Yeah, he's going back. Okay.
Pappy
excited.
really hates it.
I was going to get excited about a Gink Spy play, dude.
Yeah, last time I saw someone Astro Spy on Feint, Pappy did have a go at them. He does not think it's the best way to deal with these things, but no one's been watching the flank. Gink came over to get a buff, and in the meantime, Slemnish ran through the basement. He's got all the way round up top.
I don't think they know he's there yet, so...
Yeah, they have no clue that he's there, so Classy's just spotted him out now on top of the point, but while Classy chases him back, Slemnish could call for backup to take a kind of 2v1 in the big doorish area.
Or maybe just escort him out again. That being said, he just walks up into Gink's face and kills him.
Oh my god.
You can also do that.
I'd be annoyed if I was Gink. Oh, Jay trying to bomb through the choke. Lucas predicts it with the stickies on the wall. So that's 2 down for Ascent. Lucas trying to get some damage into mid. Pappy going for the counter-sack as well. Going to go down. Classy now taking a 1v1 with Laz on the flank. No one's going to come out on top of that one. They're all going back to spawn.
Everybody's just resetting. Again, neither team really wanting to take any risks here. Ascent don't want to go into a third map, and obviously Feint don't want to lose this one at all. So again,
hello. I've been proven wrong, as Gink has left spawn on the Spy class. Slemnish obviously sniping as well. Gink's going to see what he can do as the sneaky Frenchman.
Lucas trying to shoulder peek Slemnish here. What is the CSGO? Trying to bait out his shot before he can maybe actually kill him. Slemnish also just far forward, trying to pace himself. He's not going to hit that shot though. And Gink, yeah, he's just behind. And,
yeah.
and nobody on Ascent is aware yet.
Mid. He's done the cloak. He's got onto
bot mode.
That's a very decent pick. That's effectively trading a Roma for a demo round, which is something I'd take any day. Now, more trades happening in the flank here. Pappy goes down for Slemnish, and Yite also has been taken down. So it's 3 down for Ascent. Oh, and Laz gets taken down. Skis is all alone. He does manage to use onto Jay.
But yeah, you had to use, and that's not nice. Seeds uses his own Uber as well to chase this. They catch out Skis. Can they actually kill him, though? Nah, Jay's going to protect him, and the rest of the team are there to back them up.
That was so close to being crazy with Lucas juggling him with the stickies and the scout trying to body block as well. If they had managed to keep Skis in there, that could have been the end of this golden cap. 10 minutes left on the clock. Feint in control at the moment with both teams on even Ubers. No off classes anymore.
No wacky shenanigans, no EU gimmicks just yet, but we'll have to see. So maybe they get desperate, you never know. Maybe they'll suddenly just try to run a pyro through big door.
Yeah, maybe they will.
It's unexpected. Maybe they won't expect. Maybe it'll work. You never know. Also taking the cone for right there for a bit. I saw that.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing a page out of the Olga playbook from these top teams, but Ascent are really far back. They kind of look like they want to be baiting Feint into them and then just getting the frags. They are... Slemnish, literally the only person far forwards. He's just checking if anything's in choke, and then everyone else, Skis on top of the point, bot mode on top of the point.
Gink,
Laz
sniper.
at a position to very easily jump away. Gink switched onto sniper here. Gonna get buffed up to look through the choke. But he's not going to find anyone, seeing as how far back they
All
are.
so far back, and he's going to have to go in very far if he wants to get an angle onto anybody. I think Papi just probably told him that as well. Decided, yeah, you know what, dude, you're not getting anything here. You might as well move over to big door, see if you could do something there, bud. Because he's not going to get anybody through choke.
Yeah, Skis smartly gets himself in this corner under the balcony where he can't be seen from either angle unless the sniper goes wandering all the way in, very deep. Had to be a very lucky shot to get that, but these players are all certainly capable of it.
Oh.
Does get bot mode. This could be the start of something as Lucas walks forward. Thomas looks like he could get into basement as well and go for a flank play. Ascent using off their Uber charge first. Seeds does use just in time to stay alive, and he won't have to flash. They've caught Laz in the Uber as well. Not going to be able to take him down off the back of that though, but all of the rest of Ascent have had to get out.
They're all up top. They're all just huddled up there now, while the entirety of Feint is down below them. Lucas spamming on a lot of damage. Does get taken down, but Gink is just hitting another shot onto Laz. Classy taking down Jay as well. Thomas getting taken down though, so is Papi. And the frags are slowly falling in favor of Ascent here as Classy also gets cleaned up, and
Seeds did a good job of knowing when he had to get out there. He's already on the way. Gink trying to hide in the bush as Sniper, not getting anything done, but at least Seeds escapes with his life. He's managed to hook up with his pal Lucas over there at big door, and Thomas now allowing him to build. It's going to end up about even due to Seeds getting out. There's a very tiny advantage for Skis, seeing as Seeds was alone for a while, wasn't building.
Ascent immediately moving forward through choke here as well. Very aggressive, taking down Papi, who's trying to slow them down, and just, you know, healing up now before they back out.
And Yite and Laz have absolutely got their way in through this flank. They're onto Gink. Gink's trying to take this 1v2 though. Laz will eventually take Gink down, and Classy goes around to finish Laz up. So it's all 4 soldiers dead. Yite also dead on the side of Ascent.NA. Feint gonna be trying to take this in through the choke. Thomas getting big meat shots onto bot mode. They have to force the Uber off. Thomas is making them flash. This is absolutely great from Thomas. Classy now in to help him as well. They're going to take this 2v1 with Slemnish on the ground, but all of Ascent.NA's respawns are coming back in.
Trying to help them out, and they're going to be able to do that. Papi might get kills here. Okay, you know, he does live. Doesn't meet up with the rest of his team again. Classy in deep as well.
Thomas has taken down bot mode, but he's lost his own life for it. In the meantime, no scouts versus no demo man.
Is that a good trade? I don't know. I'm not too sure. You're down 2 players. Laz is just walking forward onto second. You're taking the high ground now. And the rest of Ascent are coming through big door, seeing if they can, yeah, just push back Feint here even more. Neither team has an Uber, so they can't really bank off that just yet, and Feint are just backing out.
7 minutes left. If Ascent can hold this mid-fight, or hold this mid-point, sorry, then they will be winning this round. So Feint all have to push out from up top, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Taking down Jay immediately. Thomas doing some decent damage, and Slemnish, who gets dropped from the Uber. Skis uses a little too late to help him out. The second point's going to get capped up here, and all of Feint are blocking bot mode and Skis in this corner. Looks like they're going to go down very late after this fight. These are terrible spawns for them. As second's getting capped up, Jay, last one left alive against Lucas in the choke.
Well, he's got Slemnish to help him out, but you know, Slemnish is just going to try to hide, and Jay's going to try to do a lot of damage. He does not take down anybody.
He's got everyone onto less than 50 health between 4 players, but Seeds not being alive to heal them up will definitely slow them down. All that damage is permanent until Seeds gets to them. So Feint coming through big door now, trying to scare Ascent out of his midpoint.
They're sending their soldiers in for 1 rocket, just jumping back out again, just trying to do as much as they possibly can. Papi and Lucas both being taken down. Jay with a huge bomb onto Seeds, also taking him down before finally getting cleaned up. Classy now trying to run in, seeing if he can make anything happen. Not going to happen. And
That
he
was-
killed himself somehow.
That
and all that.
was really brilliant from Ascent.NA. They managed to get Lucas down and then immediately focused Seeds. They got the scouts running at him, Soldier bombed over the top as well. And all these spawns are so late for Feint as well, so they're just going to take this straight in with the Ubercharge. But Lucas is up behind onto Skis! What is going on right now? Why is Lucas there and why is it working? Laz has to counter sack in. He does get Seeds as well. But oh my god, that was crazy from Lucas.
He just walks forward and just pipes down Skis. How is he there? Jay and Botmo, the only people alive. Jay jumping onto the point, does get killed though. Not going to be able to cap that one off, and Botmo is just going to meet up with Skis in big door, trying to slow down the players of Feint here as Classy tries to cap second. What the
My heart
hell?
can't take this. It looks like this could be another Feint coast to coast. They've capped up the second. It's even Ubers. Neither team has it. They could easily dry push into mid here if they wanted to. 4 minutes 45 left on the clock. If Ascent.NA can hold it here stalemated for that remaining 4 minutes, they will take the map and the match. So knocking down Feint into the lower bracket. Feint have to do something here. They're against the clock.
They don't want to let that happen, and it looks like they're going to be waiting on their Uber before they do make something happen. They have that much time. They have that much time, but it's going to be rough. It's going to be a close one here. Let's see how Feint try to break this, because it's their thing to do.
I reckon Feint will break this by putting Lucas down drop down. He'll somehow find himself against Skis' back and just double pipe him.
Yeah, point blank.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I reckon they might do something like that. It worked the last time.
Might as well switch him on to Spy. That's essentially what he is at this point. Right, let's see if they can actually break this though. Both teams have flamethrowers on their Ubers. Again, bot mode. Just very
Slemnish
oh,
sacking in.
annoying.
Oh, they use immediately after Slemnish's sack. It looks like they were prepared for that as a play. They get the trade off. They might even now repush with Slemnish still down after the Uber. This is very clever from Feint, taking it all the way round to Big Door.
They can just encourage these Ascent players. Thomas just getting sent in. What's that? Yeah, no, it's Classy just getting sent in by that sticky trap.
Both soldiers onto Lucas. They do take him down, but they both go down themselves, so no soldiers versus no demo man. Once again, Pappy gets taken down as well. Classy and Gink running into the medic. They get Skis. If Seeds can get out, this will be excellent, but he has Yite and bot mode on his tail, and Slemnish cutting him off from ahead. He gets the damage into Seeds. Seeds has got the pack.
How does he live?
Thomas, please get this kill. Oh, Thomas, that's embarrassing. At least Seeds can get out with his life, but you really need to be taking down those scouts earlier than that. Now, Seeds does stay alive. He has the Ubercharge advantage. And Ascent aren't even capping up second. Feint are going to be rushing out of here immediately with 3 minutes left on the clock.
They're trying to take at least that middle point, if not the entire round. They want it now. They have that big ad. Jay getting taken down for being in for a little bit too long, and Feint immediately going to be trying to move forward through the choke here. Not even gonna try to rotate. Would probably see the mover in as well, maybe. Ascent being very far back. Laz gets taken down for being a little bit too aggressive.
Lucas doing some nice damage and even finishing off the kill onto Laz. Now both soldiers go straight ahead onto bot mode. This could be another coast to coast we've been talking about, Surny. Feint already capping up the second point. They have the frags advantage. Skis doesn't have his Ubercharge yet. They are just all up top getting spammed down. Ascent.NA, it's only a matter of time before they get forced out by this bomb from Pappy.
That might not just come yet. Okay, well, Feint, they do have the mid actually now, so...
Yeah, with
maybe
2 minutes left, Feint can hang around here, or they can try and push last.
Suddenly they can take their time. They've swapped the tides here, and they can just take it a little bit more slowly now. Slemnish is up on the sniper trying to get a shot. Ooh, body blocked by Lucas. Unfortunately, cannot get the shot onto Seeds. Seeds now well aware. Just hiding. Slemnish very frantically looking to put his curse.
Jay's going in for a big bomb onto Seeds, gets one rocket. It's not enough to take Seeds down.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Slemnish doesn't miss. For once, he doesn't miss. It just cleans up Gink as well.
Oh my god, and Pappy has fell to a clumsy, painful death. All these guys need to do is cap the midpoint and they can win. There's a minute to do it and they are already halfway through capping second. Classy hiding in the bush on mid, or in elbow even, has to block this cap somehow, and I just don't see there's a way that he can do it without his respawns, which are all flooding in through Big Door now. Classy's biding his time. He's going to make the play now. He's on to Skis, gets one shot, he goes down.
Faint's just frantically trying to hold on to this point here. They're shoving everything in. It's like a last hold at this point. Seeds on.
Oh, Thomas!
Thomas.
He's making up for it with these 2 frags. Lucas needs to keep Seeds alive and needs to block this point. Bot mode goes down super low. Skis on top of the point.
He's just chilling up there. He's gonna get
going
one
for
song,
the
Lucas.
Slemnish takes down Lucas eventually as well. Classy now needs to run in. Ascent have got the middle point during that exchange, so if this 30 seconds runs out without another capture, it's going to be Ascent's game, and Feint will be knocked down into the other bracket.
And it looks like Feint really, they just have to shove everything on. There's 7 seconds left on the timer. And
yeah. Everyone on Ascent is just going to stand on the point at this point. Skis Ubers on it, so there's no chance. That's that. Ladies and gentlemen, Ascent.NA have knocked Feint Gaming down into the lower bracket off the back of a 2-2 stalemate. They've kept their control of the middle point, so they will be granted that extra round in the Golden Cap. 2 extremely tight Golden Caps there, Surny.
So close. Like the scoreline wouldn't suggest, oh, you know, Ascent, they wiped Feint, they won in 2 maps. But these matches were so incredibly close. It could have really gone either way.
If they meet again in the lower bracket, it could go either way again.
Yeah, or even like in the finals, you never know.
Yeah,
could go either way. It's incredibly close. We'll have our analyst desk actually show you how close that was, because they have big brains. They know how to do stuff like that. So we're gonna hand it over to good old Eckstein, Alba, and Dom.
Thanks, Surny and Bum. Great job with the cast there, as that was just absolute insanity. I mean, 2 maps going to the Golden Cap, and you know, a lot of times there's that fear of like 15 minutes that things are just going to drag on, but I don't know if you could ask for a more exciting Golden Cap than that. Initial thoughts, Dum?
Yeah, you could already tell, like, with about 5 minutes left in the game, everybody was already in the mindset of at least we need to take mid. There were so many exchanges just that ended in really messy mid fights, and in a lot of those, Ascent.NA was just constantly in possession of the high ground, and Feint couldn't do much about it, and it just makes dealing damage so much easier for them.
Alba, your first thoughts on that?
I just feel kind of bad for Seeds, honestly. Taking that step out, getting body shot, that's kind of what led to Ascent.NA getting the mid back with just 2 minutes remaining on the Golden Cap. I do not entirely agree with the positioning that they had at that point. I would much rather see them try to deny the sniper from peeking at all. They just kind of hid behind the fence and hoped the sniper wouldn't hit anything. But the dangerous part then is that soldiers can bomb in, and last tried that. And then Seeds took a step out, and that was it.
Yeah, certainly Slemnish really swung things there with that 3K, very clutch. I think another key moment that I noticed was that Feint had the opportunity to retake, and then it seemed like they got kind of split up. They were all very low on health, and they took the risk there. The clock was still, you know, fairly large. There was about 5 minutes or so, and you had Seeds and company, or 2 of his players, go through big door, while the other players were trying to fight through choke and just so weak. We're going to get into the logs here in a second. Dom, do you just kind of have some general thoughts before we really break down the numbers about how regulation time went, as these are the stats from regulation?
I think when we were talking before the game, or before the analysis section here, Alba said that, again, like, Feint needs these big plays to keep up a lot of the times. And again, you see just Lucas, like, all the way at the top here, out-damaging Jay, who already has incredible numbers to his name himself. So it always comes down to just these incredibly, like, clutch moments by one team or another. We had the Lucas behind moment. We had Slemnish popping off in the last second on Sniper. So if these teams stay this close, then we're in for a hell of a rest of the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Any stats here that pop out to you, Alba?
Yeah, I mean, looking at the core of Feint, see Puppy dropping off there a little bit if you compare to the last map, and Thomas as well finding himself a little bit lower down on the scoreboard. Slemnish doing incredibly well that game, with especially with the 3K and the Golden Cap, which we'll get into in a bit.
Yeah, the snipes there were crazy, and at least statistically speaking, did seem like Ascent had the edge here. Slemnish, possibly the MVP of that matchup. Do you guys think that that's fair, Dom?
Yeah, even on the first map, he already did incredibly well, and in this case, it was very specifically him that brought, like, the last little bit to the victory here. So for sure, if you have your scouts, or in this case also Sniper, perform like this, then it makes a big difference. Where Thomas last game had a really good game, still not doing bad by any means, but you just need to keep up with performances like this, and it's never easy.
Yeah. And we knew that this was going to be a really close match. You know, all of the top teams here. What does Feint Gaming have to do to recover from this? I mean, that's a tough loss. What do you think, Alba?
I think since they're not knocked out of the tournament, they can use this as a learning experience. Look through the demo of these close games and figure out where they went wrong and try to work on those fundamentals. So I think it's a great learning experience.
Yeah, and they will have a little bit of a break here as, coming from the upper bracket semifinals, we have some lower bracket matches to take care of. Also, we did get our results over in the other match in this upper bracket semifinals. 7 having a pretty dominant performance against the other team from Ascent. It was 7-3, 4-7 on Pro Lands, and then 5-1 for 7 on Sunshine. Of course, we were watching this map, but Tom, do you have any thoughts on those score lines?
A good Badlands performance isn't necessarily surprising. I think we talked about it a little bit beforehand today. That's a map that 7 is very comfortable on, one that Ascent doesn't feel too great on. So that's not necessarily too surprising. It was a pick in the grand finals already in TF2. So Sunshine is a little bit more the outstanding one, because that's a map that Ascent this weekend, like yesterday against Ascent.NA, did really good on already. And 7 just coming back, just one-upping them yet again, like they had somehow always managed to do, is really impressive and a good precedence going into the winners finals later today.
Yeah, certainly. Alba, just give you a chance right now to offer some thoughts on that matchup.
The 7...
7 versus Ascent.NA.
Yeah, it just seems like 7 always gets the better of Ascent EU, and I think it's at this point 7 just has Ascent EU on lockdown. They know how Ascent EU plays, and they just get the better of Ascent EU, it seems, every time they play.
All right, well, we're going to be interested in seeing how some of the lower bracket matches wind up. That will be our next segment that we go to. We did have top 5 Suns. You were looking at the stats. You want to say anything about their matchup against the Bus Crew?
Yeah, I am impressed by the Bus Crew bouncing back after that loss to the Frenchies. They lost both maps to top 5 2-1. I think it was Gully and Process, if I'm not mistaken. But very close games.
Yeah, so that will most likely be our next matchup. Is going to be top 5 Suns who survived against the Bus Crew up against Aura Electro. I do believe we have a little bit of a break here scheduled to accommodate a possible 3rd map, which was so close. This last match was insane. Certainly, you guys should make sure to share those VODs once they're posted up. I want to give quick shout-outs to Marketplace.tf, Insomnia for hosting us at this LAN. It's just a fantastic event overall, as well as our fundraiser, which continues over at Matcherino. Please check that out, LAN.tf/fundraiser. But we're going to take a little bit of a break here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with the action in about 30 minutes or so. Going to be lower bracket Aura Electro versus top 5 Suns. So stick around for that coming up in a little bit.